Welcome to the Walsh College Creator Lab. My name is Jay Kruger. Today I have with me Amie Gutierrez, and Amie works with Walsh College in a number of capacities. A lot of you may know her as your advisor. She may have helped you get enrolled. Or if you are a current doctoral student, you may recognize her as somebody who has helped you through this program or as a fellow classmate as well. Amie is an incredible person who has such a passion for our doctoral programs in a way that is undescribable by anybody other than herself. So I wanted to take a minute and really let Amie tell us the story of how you ended up in the doctoral program, how you found yourself there in the first place, and then what that program has been like and maybe what some of our students can expect.
Well, thank you. I adore you. So I never imagined myself in a doctoral program. However, I was asked to help with our doctoral programs to help build numbers and do what I do.
Do what I do best.
Yes. So I said, yes, of course, happily. But I had a hard time understanding the program. I'll be really honest. Dr. Schippers and other doctoral faculty, I had no idea what they were talking about. And I thought, okay, I need to learn this because I'm not going to be able to, just to be honest, sell it if I don't know it.
Right.
So I started researching doctoral programs with a concentration in marketing. Found one or two, found one that I liked, and I started the doctoral journey in about 14 months ago.
Okay.
14, 16 months ago. And what I found was that not every doctoral program is the same.
Yeah.
So it was convenient. They had online options. I never, ever had to attend a Zoom session if I didn't want to. Mm-hmm. So I like that. Tuition was very reasonable. And so I thought, okay, it's a win-win. Yeah. This is fabulous. And then I got a phone call one day, and it was my dissertation counselor. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that I had one. Yeah. I was only,
and this is at another institution.
This is at another institution, not Walsh.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And it was about 7 months into the program, and I thought, I'm not even anywhere near close to a dissertation. So why are you calling me, basically? Right. And it was because they said that there was a mix-up with classes. I needed to attend my first residency by such and such date, or I couldn't take any more classes.
Oh, geez.
I know. So within 30 days, I had to book a flight. I had to make arrangements, take time off work, do everything to attend a week-long residency in another state. I did it. And when I arrived there, the campus was beautiful. Mm-hmm. Everybody, all my peers were very kind, very nice, and we were all excited. And then we get to a couple sessions, one of which was, so the doctoral faculty that we were assigned to wanted to give us an overview of the week, what to expect. One of which they said was Hell Week, that this is Hell Week. By the end of the week, you will be crying. Ugh. And I thought it was a joke. I'm not even kidding. I thought it was a joke. And I was looking around and I'm smiling and nobody else is smiling. And I'm thinking it's not a joke.
No.
Like they're serious.
So you at that point were being asked by this institution to give them a ton of money to go and be miserable. Mm-hmm. And even though maybe that was Hell Week, it probably wasn't going to end there. If that's the status that they're setting for this program, it's not going to get better from there.
No, that was a welcome.
Oh,
that was the welcome. I thought, oh, what did I do? How much money did I spend? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So you start into this week and you get going. So this all happens on day one.
Yes.
So what does that look like from there?
Well, I think they called, what was the next day? They called Terrible Tuesday, which it was. It was a terrible Tuesday. I was assigned to a doctoral faculty member who had no background in marketing, which that was my concentration, right. And was expert in qualitative methods. My research, I wanted to do quantitative. Right. So we did not mesh well. It was like oil and water.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how each day went. Mix in some tears from my cohort. Right. In the bathroom, just saw people crying, breaking down. And I thought, what is going on? What am I doing? And why am I doing it?
Right.
Like, is this worth it? And it wasn't even about the course material or the dissertation or anything like that. It was, this experience doesn't seem right. And what I heard was, we had to do it, so you have to do it. Yeah. We experienced it this way, so this is how you will have, literally. I thought they're not even trying to hide it.
No. And what an awful mentality for the entire thing, because we've talked about this in a number of other capacities, but shouldn't it be that I went through this so that you don't have to go through this. I'm here to make this better for you.
You would think.
So you make it through the week reluctantly because it's terrible.
Yes.
And what happens at the end of the week?
So I made it through the week, but let me just say this. I did have a point where I thought, should I pack up and get a flight home early?
It was that bad.
It was, I'm not even kidding. It was that bad. I was getting no sleep. I had no idea what the heck I was doing. There was nobody there to help me. I just kept on hearing no, no, no. When I was trying to do my problem purpose statement. And I thought, but could you help me a little bit? Could you give me a little bit of guidance? I know you didn't have it because you've told me that. But at this stage, I'm not asking for anything that's not reasonable. Mm-hmm. It's completely reasonable just to ask for a little bit of support. And I didn't get it. So the end of the week comes, I feel beat up. I'll be honest. I did. I thought I'm going to cry. And I thought, no. I'm tougher than that. I'm stronger than that. They're not going to break me. All that said, I'm on the plane and I'm ready to cry. Mm-hmm. I can feel it. And I'm seeing people around me and I suck it up. I get my phone out and I text the Dean of Academics here at Walsh College, Dr. Dave Schippers. And I said, can I transfer? Can I transfer to Walsh? Do I really need a marketing concentration? And he replied to me and he said, no, you don't need it. Of course you can. And kind of going a little past that, he said, we'll figure out how to incorporate marketing. Like, in other words, we will add on, and they have, true to promise, he has added on an additional course where it's not just for me. Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of it. It's not just for me. It's not because he was doing something special for me. This is what we do for all of our students. So he created a couple doctoral level courses where this semester I'm taking 2. I said yes before I knew what was involved, but I have the opportunity to write marketing textbooks for our classes during the 11 weeks of the semester. I'm doing this with my peers. They're writing on, different topics that are, they specialize in, and he's helping us through it. So I don't know another institution. I don't. And trust me, I did my research before enrolling in the first place.
Right.
I did my research. I don't know anywhere else where you can go and you can get that personal support, especially from the Dean of Academics,
right, or
other doctoral faculty.
Who in many institutions is untouchable. They're not near there's 3 people between you and that person,
if not more. Yes,
and that's not how it operates here.
Right.
So okay, so you make the decision, the brilliant decision to come to Walsh and transfer over, but you've already done all this. You've already done a ton of work. Mm-hmm. So what now? What do you do with that?
Exactly. Right. So I was like, well, I said, you're going to take my credits too. I should have mentioned that on that, during that text. I said, you're going to take my credits. Right. He's like, of course we'll look at them and we'll transfer anything in that, we can. And everything that was possible. The only thing, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, I know it's being recorded. The only thing that they couldn't accept, and I completely understand it, was that residency because I failed it.
Okay.
I failed it. Yeah. Now, I didn't even know that was humanly possible to fail
it sounds like that other institution, though, set you up to fail. Like you were not, they didn't intend for you to pass that.
No.
That wasn't ever their intention.
No.
It was in their best interest to make sure you didn't because you had to do it again.
Yes. And because some institutions, if you fail, you're out. That one, they reassured me, don't you worry. Mm-hmm. This just means you'll have to attend an extra
Just pay us again and we'll get you through it the next time or maybe the time after that.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Or as I was told, when I was there by the assigned doctoral faculty, there was no way that I was going to complete my dissertation within 2 years. That just dissertation. Yeah. So there's no way.
That should tell you enough right there.
That's enough right there because right now on the track I'm on, I've already started my dissertation and this was just this past February. So I've already started my dissertation. I just was approved chapter 1. So before the semester is even over, I'm already starting chapter 2.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to finish my whole doctoral program within 2 years.
Yeah.
So
it's incredible. It's incredible.
That's because I have a ton of support, who I can't even say how much I appreciate the support that I receive here.
Yeah.
And it's not just me, like I said, I mean, everyone.
Well, we've had an opportunity to talk to a handful of the doctoral students that are your classmates. And every time I talk to them, it's so encouraging because they're just such kind people. They are, as somebody who the doctoral program seems like a distant thing for me, like the idea of doing it seems like you have to have, I think I have this movie version of what a doctoral student looks like, right? Mm. But when I meet the people that are in this class, that is not who they are. They're not this stereotypical, oh, school is everything. They are professionals. They know what they're doing. They are very intelligent, and they're intelligent in their individual fields so strongly that when they come in here, I feel like I'm always learning from them, and it's amazing. And it's so fun. And our student population in general is so great, but that doctoral group is so good. And you guys are so close. You guys talk, you guys hang out. Like it's so fun to hear you interact with each other. And it's just, there's so much intelligence there, and it's so fun.
Absolutely. I would say that when I was looking for doctoral programs, what I found was, especially in marketing, that a lot of them, you had to apply 2 years in advance. You had to move, uproot, take your family if you had one. And most of the doctoral students I speak to, in fact, I don't know of one that hasn't said the same thing. We don't have that luxury.
Right.
We are working professionals. We have lives, we have families. We're not going to just quit our jobs that we have been working so hard, to establish and that we're in, we love, and relocate somewhere, either across the country or across the state for a doctoral program. I mean, I get it. They're great programs, I'm sure, but most of them only accept a few students every year, and you have to apply years in advance.
Right.
Well, when you've been working on your career for X amount of years, you don't have that luxury, and that's just not feasible.
Yeah.
So having these options where we get a great hybrid of both, right? So we have this awesome cohort. It's like this unofficial where I do. We do hang out a lot, and I do get text messages. I'll get them, and do you understand this assignment? Do you understand this? Do you understand? And sometimes you just need to be talked down a little bit. And so it's. I mean, you're right. They're a fabulous group. I don't know. I get a little tongue twisted because I get excited when I talk about them.
No, for sure. It is. So let's fast forward a little bit of your role here at the college, working with the doctoral students, and what is something that you wish every person who's considering a doctoral degree, what is something you wish you could tell them? What is something that you could go to them and say, look, I know you're looking at all of these, but here's something that you need to know. And maybe this is a Walsh thing. Maybe it's a doctoral program in general, but what's something you wish every person that's considering a doctoral degree could hear from you?
Okay. So something that anybody, whether you're thinking about Walsh or another institution, at some point or another, it is going to be necessary, whether you like it or not, you're going to need support to get through it. If it was that easy, more than 2% of the population in the United States would have one, right? You're just going to have to accept that. Now, does that mean I needed to be part of a cohort the whole time? No, I don't. No one's had to, not yet, talk me off the cliff. I've not wanted to quit other than the other institution. Right. Other than being there, I know it's great, but you still need support. So a dissertation, a lot of people, when they're thinking about a doctoral program, they're not thinking that far ahead. They're thinking about now. And you have to remember, the goal is to finish, right? I want to be part of that 2%. I don't want to be, I almost was, or ABD, which is all but dissertation. That's not something I want. That's not a title I want. I want to actually finish, and I want to defend, and I want to be successful. I want to graduate. So with that said, I know, and I accepted the fact I'm going to need more support. I'm a very direct person. I don't always need to have those close relationships, or I like to get things done. I'm very task oriented, but I knew at some point I was going to need that support, which meant I was going to have to break down a few walls, of my own, and I was going to have to allow people in so that way they could help get me through this journey. And so accepting that, because there's a lot of great online programs, but none are ranked number one by Forbes. Like
not the way Walsh is.
Right, exactly. Thank you. But there's a reason, because it's not just all online. I mean, I think that out of all of our programs, I'll be real honest, the doctoral programs here provide the most amount of support for students to be successful, to complete their degree programs, and do so at their pace. So whether you want to take one class a semester, maybe take every summer off, you can do that. Or if you're a little crazy, like myself and a couple others, and you want to race through it within 2 years, you can do it. So taking some of those misconceptions and those old ideas of you have to be a tortured soul to get through this, is taking those and throwing them out the window, giving us a call, and realizing there is another way. I would definitely want to, that'd be what I want to tell everybody that's considering one. And if you've already started a program somewhere else and you think that by coming to Walsh, you'll have to start all over, no. Not at all. No. We will accept those credits as long as, of course, you got to be or above. We'll accept them, and you do not have to waste that time or money.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, it seems to me like there's nowhere else that anybody should ever go for a doctoral degree.
Yeah.
I commend you for your resiliency to get through the previous institution and take the initiative to move over to Walsh. And I am so glad and so happy to hear that it is working out so well for you and that you get to be part of it every day.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.